Hi all, it's Jan of the Jan Files. I hope you will follow my YouTube channel. A good reason to do that is because my TikTok account has definitely been limited. And it happened right after Ellison took control of TikTok, which was sometime last week. I literally went from having 1,900, 1,700 views to 8. Yes, 8. And that actually fell because it went up to 11. And then it went to 8. And I also posted this, my list of companies to boycott. And that got, I don't know, 30, maybe 30 likes. So anyway, the reason I'm saying focus on YouTube for me is because I do have things that I want you to be able to download or take, and I post them as pictures in the community section. So there'll be this list, which I will continuously update, which is, for the general strike, and at all times actually. And phone numbers I have for senators. I have the House Oversight Committee for Epstein issues. So I'm trying to put information up there that you can use as tools. And let me tell you, it is clearly working that people are calling. And we must keep it up. And don't allow anybody to tell you that it doesn't work. I don't know if you know who Tom Suozzi is. I do because I'm in New York. I'm a New Yorker, and he is a representative to the House, a Democrat who from Long Island. And he voted to continue the funding. Him and another woman, Laura Gillen, were the two Democrats from New York who voted to continue the funding for DHS. Well, he just went online yesterday and was like, wow, did I get that wrong? And saying he failed. Now, why do you think he thought that? Because I'm sure thousands of people ripped him a new one, okay? And so we need to understand we do have power. And it's power that you can exercise if you can't leave your house, if you don't want to leave your house, for whatever reason that you're more comfortable doing that than protesting, or hopefully you can do both. But the point is, we have power. And I read this just somewhere else, and it reminded me that Heather Cox Richardson said that if 3.5% of the population revolts, and I'm not talking about a revolution with guns. I'm talking about people standing up, people not buying things, people calling, all of those things and protesting are meaningful. And so this is how change happens. And now we can't sit back. We have to encourage other people to get with the program. We have to continue with the program. Don't let your foot off the pedal. It's right now that we're just starting maybe to see some cracks. And by that I saw because of Greg Bovino, I don't know what's happened to him, honestly. I'm not really sure anybody is, because some say he's fired, some say he's moved to somewhere else. Knowing them, the administration is lying about what's happened to him, period. So this is working. We're seeing a crack. Republicans are starting to speak out. Obviously, they didn't give a shit about Renee Good. The murder of Alec Pretty was a bridge too far for some. I don't know, because it was a white male. I mean, what happened to him was a horror and a murder. It was an execution. And I'm not saying alleged. It was an execution. We all watched it. We all saw it with our own eyes, except for if you're MAGA, then you're like doing something like this. I don't know what the hell that is, because they clearly are not willing to see the reality. So, but to go from here, what I want to share with you is that you have to, there's sometimes when you have to just take a second, okay, and understand that you're a powerful person, that you have power within you. And I'm not talking about becoming someone else. I'm not talking about anything having to do, as I'm going to continuously say, with violence. I am talking about that there is a power within you to bring change, and you have to find it. You have to find it now and figure out what it is you're willing to do, okay? We are past the point where we have different sides. We now have to say, okay, I picked my side. I'm on the side of democracy and the United States of America. And I don't want to see her torn asunder. That's the side I'm on. I'm on the side where I recognize that Donald Trump is incompetent, demented, and a monster. So rather than feeling helpless, touch base with yourself. Talk to yourself. You can help make a difference. And everybody can do it in their own way. Doing nothing, as far as I'm concerned, is not acceptable. There are very few people who cannot do something. And obviously, there are people who cannot do anything, right? And those people, they're counting on us. They're counting on those of us who can. And I'm also going to talk very specifically to white women, because I constantly see this thing. Still, oh my God, my mother, I can't talk to my mother, my brother, or my friends, they're MAGA and we just can't talk about this stuff and it's awful because, they're my best friend, but I can't talk to them about it. No, sorry. You don't get to be in bed with the enemy. And if you haven't figured out that they're the enemy, then you're not paying attention. There is a deliberate effort to end our constitutional government. There's a deliberate effort to say laws don't matter. There is a deliberate effort to go after people of color, black and brown people. So white women, I expect you, even though we keep getting it wrong, 53% of us keep voting for Trump, that you need to figure this out now. And if you're still in friendships or relationships with these people, you haven't figured it out. You have not figured out this moment and this time. So I'm going to keep saying, do what you can. Do what you're comfortable with. I get it, everybody's different, but do something and keep it up. Engage, get your friends, create teams, do something. Make it more of a community event if you feel stronger with power in numbers. Whatever it is, we are at a moment where we are truly making a difference, and don't let anybody tell you differently. Now, again, I'm going to say, look at my YouTube channel. I don't know where you're seeing this, probably not on TikTok, but it's the Jan Files on YouTube. In the community section, I'll be putting up hopefully some tools, some phone numbers, and also my, what you can do in the general strike, because that is also another thing. There are obviously people who cannot leave work, okay, who cannot afford to walk out of work. And so we have to make sure that we can give them things that they can do in order to be able to participate in a general strike. And that means not spending money, okay? It means not spending money with the people that are backing Trump or who have backed Trump, maybe just, like to cover their bases politically. I don't care, but we need to stop spending our money with them. That is where it's going to hurt. So my friends, I don't know, but we're getting there. It's a slow road, but I feel more optimistic today than I did yesterday. So that's what we have to keep working on. Take care and stay safe.